Hello, this is a video on creating a MySQL database in MySQL Workbench. So I am currently hooked up to my local MySQL server instance through Workbench. I currently, as you can see, only have the default system database on my server. And what I'm going to do here is just right click in the schema menu and select the option to create a schema. Now it's important to note in MySQL the terms schema and database are interchangeable. So it's going to open up this window where I'm going to put in the name for my schema. So in this case, I'm just going to be using example as the name, and then the only other fields that I need to fill out in this window are for the char set and the collation. I'm going to leave them as the server defaults. You're free to change them if you need them to be something different than your server defaults. You could change them to UTF-8 or Latin or whatever you need as a char set for this new schema. So from here, all we need to do is come down, hit the apply button in this window where it's going to show us the SQL command that's going to be generated. So this create schema command is going to be run on the SQL server, which is exactly what we want. We're going to go ahead and click apply. This was successful. And we now see example as a database here listed on the left side. So there are just a couple other commands that are useful when creating databases in MySQL. The first of which is the show databases command. So if we run this here, we actually can see that the output is all of the databases on our MySQL server. So we see the example database and a couple other databases that actually hide behind the scenes that MySQL needs to run, as well as the sys schema that we can see here on the left. The second command is the create schema command that was actually generated through Workbench that we use Workbench to generate. Now if you're running MySQL through the command line, you can actually just run this create schema script and it will do the exact same thing that we just did through the interface. All you would need to do is just change example with the name of your new database. And then the last command is the use command. So in order to actually select that database to start running queries on, we can run the use command. So if we run use example now, we can now see that example is highlighted in our left-hand menu, which means that it's selected. Now MySQL, you can run this command, or you also have the option to just double-click a schema, which will then highlight the schema and let you know that that is now the selected schema. This script here with these three commands is going to be linked in the description below. So if you need any of these commands, feel free to follow that link to the SQL script. If this video is useful to you, please give it a like. And if you have any questions, as always, put them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.